like all of the rest.
Thanks for coming in, Red.
Yeah, thank you. I'm excited for this.
It's been a big year for you.
Yeah, the team's been doing really good, and there's a lot of people to thank for that. But yeah, it's been a really exciting year for us.
Brought excitement back to Mount Ice Arena.
Yeah, it's cool. Ever since I came here, not saying it's only me, but we've sold out every single game that I've played at home. So it's been awesome.
It hasn't been like that for a while since the Ron Mason era.
Yeah, exactly. It's cool seeing the city kind of galvanize behind us.
I remember when even under Ron Mason at the beginning, where it was an easy ticket to get, and then when I was here at Michigan State, Kevin Miller and his crew won the national championship in '86. So that was great.
Yeah.
What you came from Miami of Ohio?
Yep.
You played there.
Played there for 2 years. Yeah.
That's a pretty nice school, isn't it?
Yeah. So the story behind Miami is my dad played there back in the early '90s. He was recruited there from a small town in northern Ontario called Sudbury, and so he was recruited to go play down there and made a pretty big legacy there. And my older brother Ryan, he's 3 years older than me. He committed to play there when he was around 15, and then in 8th grade, I decided I wanted to follow in his shoes
that's great.
and play with my brother there for 2 years. So it was a really special experience for us.
That's Miami of Ohio kind of has a strong Greek system, right?
Yeah.
Were you part of the fraternity system there?
Yeah, I mean, there are a couple fun days out at Miami, and a lot of great memories have been made there.
Yeah, that's about what is that? About 4 or 5 hours from here?
Yeah, it's 4.5 from here, just straight south.
And when you committed to there, you were living in Detroit?
Yes, yeah. I grew up in Arizona. My dad played in the NHL for a while and played for the Coyotes, and we ended up retiring there. And when I was 12, I moved away. Our whole family moved. We originally moved to Salzburg, Austria for a year, and played for Team Red Bull out there. My older brother and my dad got recruited to play and coach there, and I was just there to tag along for the ride.
That sounds like a great experience.
Yeah. And then we spent 10 months there, and then we decided we wanted to move back to English-speaking countries, and it was a decision between Detroit and Chicago, just the two of the biggest hockey metas in the country, and we ended up landing on Detroit. So I moved here in 8th grade and been here ever since.
A lot of Spartans down there in the hockey program, and a lot of Red Wings.
Yeah.
That stuck around.
Yeah, there's a ton of alumni that love to give back to the game of hockey and coach, and whether it's coaching or agencies or scouts and everything. There's hundreds of MSU alumni and Red Wings alumni.
Do you get back to Scottsdale at all?
No, I wish. I love that place. There's nothing like being able to golf in January.
Right. Beautiful. It's beautiful there. My mom
I loved
has
it
a
there.
place in Scottsdale, so I spent a little bit of time there, and the golf has been fabulous.
Yeah, it's unreal down there.
Weather is perfect.
Yeah.
All the time. In fact, I went out when Michigan State played Arizona State.
Oh, really?
I think it was 100 degrees.
Yeah.
In the stadium. I mean, it was.
Yeah, that's brutal.
It was a tough night. We ended up losing the game at the end.
Yeah. Arizona is pretty miserable in the middle months in the summer. So we used to take our RV and drive from Scottsdale all the way up to Sudbury, Ontario. So it would usually take us 3-4 weeks, but it would get us away from the miserable heat in those summer months in Arizona.
So you've been here for 2 years.
Yep.
In East Lansing.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Oh, I love this place. I think obviously hockey was the main reason that I came, but I've really grown to love the campus and love the fans and the people supporting our team. It's like nothing I've ever experienced.
Did you always know you were going to leave Miami of Ohio after 2 years, or was that something that just came up?
I knew there was talks about it the whole time I was there. We didn't have the greatest team. We we were in last place in our division both years I was there. So it was a kind of a decision that I had to make for my career to move on and go somewhere that has a chance of going far and winning games. And it's pretty hard to develop in hockey when you're just playing defense the whole game at Miami. So I think coming to Michigan State was the best decision I ever made.
And did you come in the same year as Adam?
I came in the year after he first got here.
So his second year was your first year.
Yeah, exactly.
And did you know Adam and the staff before you came?
Yeah. I actually, so Coach Nightingale was at the U.S. National Development Team when he coached the year younger than me. So I think I got one game under his belt. I got sent down for a game. I was injured and they needed some guys. So I got one game under my belt with him then. And I knew how great of a coach he was and how great of a person he was in general. He really cares about his players, and he wants the best for everyone that is playing underneath him. So he was the main reason that I thought Michigan State was going to be the best option.
And has it turned out to be what you expected?
I mean, yeah, it's been everything and more. We made a deep push last year in the tournament, and as of now we're one or two in the country. It flip flops every week, but yeah, you can't really ask for much more than how much success we've had in the past 2 years.
What's that like after you have most would consider a great season last year? How do you set your expectations?
Yeah, I mean, we had a great year. We won the regular season championship. We won the Big Ten championship, but at the end of the day, we lost, and we lost to Michigan in the tournament. So that stung for a while, and that gave us a lot of
For a while.
Yeah,
For a while or forever.
That'll hurt forever. Trust me.
That's a game you'll never forget.
No, exactly. And yeah, that gave us a lot of juice and a lot of energy to be able to come back. And we had a lot of guys coming in and some great talent from different places, whether they were transferring or freshmen coming in. So we knew we were going to have another great team, and the coaching staff and the weight training that we do. We work harder than ever any other team that I've been on, and I think that's why we've been seeing a lot of success.
I think the coaches really love it too, don't they?
Oh yeah, they love it.
I'm not sure they see it as a job, just a way of life.
No,
right?
No, it's not a job for them, but they're thinking about it 24/7. So they're coming to the rink every day with a smile on their face and tons of energy, and that kind of flows throughout the rest of the team.
So you play on a team sport.
Mm-hmm.
You have team goals. How do you make sure that you individually are getting better?
Yeah, I think development's a really big part of our program here at State, and the people that we have to support us is massive. But at the end of the day, it's what you do for yourself. We have all the resources that you could possibly ask for at Munn Arena, with shooting rooms, with weight rooms, with nutrition, and the people there to put you on the right path to do so. So it's a team sport, but it's up to everyone individually to make themselves better. And when everyone's stepping up to the plate each practice and giving it their all, it makes the people around you better as well.
What can you tell me, what, if anything, you've done to say, okay, this is where I'm at last year, and this is where I want to be. This is where, I often think of it as, how do you find another hour in the day?
Exactly.
How do you find another 25 or 30 minutes in the day where you can squeeze out, whether it's practice, whether it's coming in here and working? I mean, have you tried to do that in improving your own individual skills?
Yeah, I think like you said, everyone wants to squeeze in another hour of the day, and there's guys that love to just be at the rink 24/7. I think I like to get my work done while we're at the rink, but I think one of the biggest things that I've learned is that hockey is going to come with you whether you're at the rink or not, and it's the things that you do away from the rink that really affect how how well of a person and player you can be. I think nutrition and sleep and stuff like that are up the utmost priority for athletes, and that's something that you're not going to necessarily get at the rink to be able to make you a better player.
They say sleep is the new sex.
Yeah.
In today's day and age, how important it is for your lifestyle,
Yeah.
and for your career and your health.
Yeah, I mean, your body recovers while you're sleeping. So if you're not getting good sleep, then the intense practices that we have and the intense workouts that we have, it's going to keep lingering throughout the week and affect you during the games on the weekends. So Coach Nightingale's a big advocate of making sure that we get our own sleep, and we got our supporting staff, our weight trainer Will Morlock. He's pretty dialed into sleep, and he's got magnesium pills after every game for us, and he's got a different cocktail of cherry juice and a bunch of different stuff that we take after games, especially to make sure that we're getting to sleep and making sure that we get enough hours in so that we can be good.
Recovery is a big part of being able to practice,
Yeah.
heavy practice, and if you don't allocate enough time for recovery,
Yeah,
you're not able to develop
Yeah.
at the pace you want to.
exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that's great. When you came here, did you know people?
I had played like with or against a good amount of guys on the team, so it was good with that. I played with Isaac Howard before at the National Team Development Program, and Trey Augustine at World Juniors, and Charlie Strammel. But the biggest part about our team is that we come in for the school year on July 1st, so we're coming in a month and a half before a lot of other schools are, and that gives us a lot of time to acclimate and be able to form a gel with the team and figure out how to develop relationships with the guys around you before we even get on the ice or before we're even playing games. We have 2-3 months to be able to really gel as a team and do things on and off the ice together that help you form relationships.
Where did you decide to live your first year? Did you live in I don't know if they call it the 1908 or
1855 there.
1855, right?
Yeah, I lived there for a summer, and then last year I lived in an apartment with 4 or 3 other guys, and then this year I'm living in an apartment with Tanner Kelly right downtown. So we got a nice spot, and it's a lot of fun to be able to be the guys that like host everything and make sure all the guys are getting together whenever we can.
That's great. So, what did you think of 1855?
Yeah.
As far as a community of athletes at Michigan State.
Yeah, I think it's super cool what they do, and I had to live in dorms my first year at Miami, and I think it's something you kind of have to experience as going into college, is living in close quarters with someone else and learning how to live with someone. And these guys get it easy now. They get full-blown apartments with their own rooms and everything. But
Can't call them dorms, right?
yeah, exactly. They got kitchens. So
Right.
I think it's awesome, though. They get to live basically hockey 24/7, and you also get to mingle with all the other athletes on campus, which I think is important.
Right. There's a common bond.
Yeah.
Common bond between athletes while you're here and when you leave.
Yeah,
You'll have that forever.
yeah,
I
exactly.
assume you'll still have it with the guys from Oxford, but
Yeah,
hopefully Michigan State is a little different.
yeah. It helps when you're winning championships.
Tell me, at some point, the alumni for the hockey team come back. Is that in August?
Yeah, there's a big alumni golf tournament. So I think in August, sometime at the start of the year, and but there's alumni coming to every game and cycling through the locker room and being around the guys, which I think is important. And the more success we have, you see more and more faces show up. Like I've seen Applicator, the Millers are always around. And,
Yeah, sure.
all the big names love to come and bring their families back to the place that they built.
Justin's a pretty good golfer.
Is he?
He plays up at Muskegon a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to get out for a round with him.
I'm not sure he's a 4 though.
Yeah. I mean, I love golf. It's my second passion.
And tell me, where did you play? Did you play in Detroit?
Yeah, yeah. So we have my parents have a house in Northville,
Okay.
which is about 45 minutes from outside of Detroit. And
Do you play at Meadowbrook or?
I wish that place is awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty
I pass
nice.
it all the time and just gaze looking at all the
Right.
beauty of it. But there's hundreds of courses within 10
Right.
miles of our house, and I like to shop around and play different places as much as I can.
A lot of hockey players became pretty good golfers.
Yeah, yeah. My dad actually in high school he quit hockey for 2 years to play golf and other sports, and then he was the number 2 golfer in Ontario, right behind
really?
Mike Weir.
Really?
Yeah, so he has always been a really big golfer, and kind of rubbed off on us, especially in Arizona. We were able to golf every day, and I used to go before school and hit the range and stuff like that.
So he's probably a pretty good stick still.
Yeah, I mean he's got rough shoulders now, so he can't swing as well as he used to. So I like to give it to him every time we golf.
That's
and
great.
pound it past
That's a
him.
lifetime sport, but it's another thing where there's a common bond.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of Red Wings like to play golf. A lot of
Yeah.
them.
A lot of hockey players in general. I'd say a good 15, 16 guys on our team play regularly.
I played with Ryan Miller when he was here, and he was pretty good.
Yeah.
He was a pretty good player. I know he loved to play. We played with Michael York,
Oh, nice.
and I played with 40 a bunch.
Uh-huh.
He loved to play.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to get out for a round. Me and Trey. Trey's my golfing buddy. Him and I are. He's from South Lyon, so in the summer we golf like 4 or 5 times a week with
Oh,
each
that's
other.
perfect.
He's a
So-
stick too.
So you've been drafted,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yep.
So by the Red Wings,
Yep.
and that's big. Not really a big decision, but sort of an automatic decision for a guy who's played hockey his whole life, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're probably not interviewing for other job opportunities that come in, employers that come to Michigan State.
No. I think I'm gonna try to make it as far as I can in hockey, and after that, I'll probably end up getting into coaching or something else like that. I think I want to be a part of the game as long as I live.
And so, if you get into coaching, probably no better place to be a player than right here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean we got an all-star coaching lineup, so I've been trying to take notes and gather in as much as I can while I'm here. And I mean, Coach Nightingale, I think is the best coach in hockey right now, and his record over the past 3 years, the way he turned this team around, you can really tell.
Amazing. It's
Yeah.
amazing for the whole community. I mean, with you guys, because you wear helmets, you have a little bit of anonymity when you're walking around.
Yeah,
So, but I'm sure you can see it. We've seen it around here. The bars, the restaurants
yeah,
fill up because of people want to go to the hockey game. It's become a tough ticket, and your staff does a great job. The staff over there do a great job trying to accommodate everybody. But it's really an important part of the winter months here
yeah.
to give us something to do.
Yeah, exactly. Right now, it's just us in basketball, and the other sports are actually doing great right now. I've been seeing a bunch of other sports in the top 25. And
Robin Freilic's women's basketball team, and
Yeah.
volleyball, but the wrestling coach is working hard. But
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you, to turn around a program like he did, it's
Yeah.
not easy because everybody's trying to do it.
Yeah, exactly. And I think he's doing it the right way. He's getting the right people to come here, and he doesn't guarantee anybody anything. He's not saying, "Hey, come to our team. You'll be on the first power play. You'll be first line." He told me when I came, he was like, "You're gonna have to earn everything that you get. I'm not gonna promise you anything." And I got 25 other guys that want your spot as well. So that's another reason why I came. Their coaches making false promises all the time about you'll be here, you'll be there, you'll be getting this amount of ice, these amount of minutes on the ice. And Coach Nightingale is basically black and white. You're gonna earn everything that you get, but we're gonna give you all the resources to be able to do that.
Did you enter the portal?
Yep.
So portal's a little bit new. And you were sort of very close to the beginning of it, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was
Your
it was-
freshman year was the portal in play.
I think so. Yeah,
So you would have had to compete against not just freshmen incoming freshmen for a spot,
Yeah.
but all the other classmen looking to transfer. Now maybe it wasn't that. Maybe Miami of Ohio wasn't a great landing spot for people who were already on a hockey team. But
Yeah.
what do you think of the portal? Because you've seen it now at Michigan State, where a lot of people probably want to come in, and you had a player last year from UMass, right?
yeah, yeah. Reed Lebster.
Yeah.
And
And
I lived with him last year.
yeah, and he's a good player. He was a good player, right?
Yeah, really good.
Did he win the national championship at
Yeah,
UMass?
yeah, he did.
Yeah. So you've seen how the portal can change
Yeah,
college athletics. What do you think about it?
I think it's really interesting. It's basically free agency at the end of every season. There's at least 4 or 5 guys from every team that end up entering the portal, and I think it's healthy for the sport. I think it creates that kind of competition, and it allows teams to get better faster. And we've used the portal to our greatest advances right now. Isaac Howard came from the portal. He's leading the nation in points right now on our team. Charlie Strammel came from the portal. He's our first line center right now. And a bunch of other guys that we've gotten from the portal have came and done great things. So I think it's great. I think it's good for guys to shop around too and see how much they're worth. And now with NIL and everything,
That was going to be my next subject.
Yeah,
you
there's-
got NIL. You
there's
got
so much money
you got
in the game
portal.
now. And it's
Yeah.
it's only getting crazier. I heard talks of next year that there's going to be revenue sharing, and guys on the team are going to be making 5-6 figures. So it's the landscape of college has kind of evolved right underneath my feet the time I've been here.
Yeah, well, at least for Michigan State, because those guys generally didn't get paid under the table. Not
Yeah.
every school has been like that. But
Yeah,
at Michigan State, they've tried to do it the right way.
yeah,
But it definitely changes. A lot of fans feel
yeah,
that the players are just professionals.
yeah,
How does it affect the chemistry on the team if one player is making X and another player is making Y,
Yeah.
and Y maybe making less, and yet has a couple of good weeks in a row.
yeah. I mean, there's always going to be stuff like that. In the past, it's been scholarships. There's only so many scholarships you can give out on a team, and say a guy that's a walk-on starts tearing it up, and maybe he gets jealous of other guys on scholarships. But the way that Coach Nightingale has done it for us is that at least this year, everyone's gotten the same amount of money from the school, and our whole team got a certain amount of money from the school, and it allows us to just all be on equal playing fields. I'm not sure how it's going to end up in the next couple of years with the evolution of NIL, but Coach Nightingale's done a really good job of making sure everyone's on the same playing field. And at the end of the day, people are going to end up making more than others, and that's how it is with professional sports. I don't think guys are going and getting crazy jealous over guys making money. At the end of the day, people are happy that their friends are making money, and everyone wants to get as much as possible, but not everyone's going to be getting the same checks.
When people have asked me, not that I have any insight, I've said it's always like that.
Yeah,
It's always been the number one. When I played on the golf team, the number one guy on the golf team always got more stuff. Always got
Yeah.
the gear. Always got the sit in the front seat of the van. Always got what they wanted, and there was a pecking order. That's
Yeah.
always been the case.
That's how it
Obviously, money changes things, and in a sport like hockey, there are a lot of metrics, but there are a lot of intangibles.
Yeah.
In a sport like golf, you just post the score, and
Yeah.
that's what you shoot. It's a little hard to
Yeah,
hard to say, well, so and so, I'm better than so and so. Well, you you got to shoot it. What hockey's a little different, but it doesn't look like it's affected the chemistry at all.
No, at the end of the day, if you're choosing to come to Michigan State just because of the money, I don't think it's a right fit for you. We're here to develop into NHL players and win championships for Michigan State. So if you're here just for the money, I don't think it's going to be a right fit for you anyways.
The facilities at Mount Ice Arena have changed over the years. I'm not sure how familiar you are with before they did the remodel.
Yeah.
Had you been to Mount Ice Arena?
I had only gone to a game in middle school. My first time coming back, I actually played while I was at Miami. We came to Michigan State and got swept.
Good.
The renovations have been insane. Our facilities are top notch. It's basically an NHL facility when you go through, and I've been lucky enough to see a bunch of different NHL facilities, and ours are neck and neck or even better than a lot of them.
And for a lot of people, because all they see is the arena and the food that's served, I've been fortunate to be down in the tunnel, and I've seen your weight room. Tell me, what makes for a great facility?
Yeah, so I think it all starts in the locker room. We have a amazing locker room. It's massive. Each guy has their own massive stall, and from there we have a massive kitchen where they feed us twice a day, every day, which helps a lot, especially as student athletes. You don't always have time to make your own food, whether it's running to classes or whatever, but they feed us twice a day.
Is that a cafeteria style, or is it?
We usually cater in some foods
okay.
From around East Lansing.
And who gets to decide that? The captain?
No, I wish. No, the coaching staff and our nutritionists decide what we eat, and there's obviously guys with different allergens and everything, so they figure all that out. And then there's always snacks and stuff like that available. And then moving on, we have a state-of-the-art gym. There's hundreds of different gadgets and gizmos that our trainer Will has got, and there's millions of dollars put into our gym.
I've seen the get pools, training pools, right?
Yeah.
I guess is that what they're called, training pools?
Yeah, we got the hot tub, cold tub, and then the underwater treadmill for people that are coming back from stuff like knee surgery and can't exactly walk or run yet, but they can with the help of being underneath the water.
That's great.
Yeah. So we got the state-of-the-art facilities with all the pools, our training room, our locker room, nutrition. We got sauna, steamer, big shooting room, and then the ice is also available for us basically 24/7.
That's perfect. Is there something about Mount Ice Arena that is special as opposed to other arenas that you play in?
Yeah, I think what I love about Mount Arena, I think it's the perfect size for college hockey. It's got the low ceilings, but there's still 6,000-7,000 people that can fit into it, and when the band's playing, you can hear it echo off the ceiling, and really when it gets down to exciting parts of the game, you can't hear anything. You can't hear yourself think. It's so loud, and our fans have been so great, and I think it's just like the perfect epitome of college hockey is that being able to be immersed with the fans.
That's great. There's probably nothing better than when you beat the number 1 or number 2 team in the country 9-3.
Yeah, exactly. That was massive. Who would have thought that was going to be point night for everyone? But it was an insane game.
Special time. I don't know if Mount Ice Arena's ever seen a victory like that. Have they?
I mean, maybe a Big Ten championship in OT last year against the people down the road.
Right.
That was probably the roof almost came off the building for that game.
Yeah, I think I might have been there for that one.
Yeah. That was probably one of the coolest games I've ever been a part of.
So, you graduate before you know it, right?
Yeah.
Then what?
Yeah, there's a lot of decisions to be made at the end of the year. We're looking into potentially coming back for 5th years, and then the Wings. Obviously, I've been in communication with them, and we're looking at options between them and coming back, or possibly testing free agency in the summer for to see where I can land for pro.
And you want to come back? Would that be your first choice, or do you not want to say? Obviously, if you could go play with the Wings and sign
Yeah.
a big contract, that would be amazing, right?
Yeah. I mean, playing with the Wings has always been my dream, but as of now, I don't even have a 5th year available as of now. So there's still some kinks to work out with that. But obviously, I'd love to come back. I love this team, and I think there's no better place to develop than here.
And how much gear do you have? How much gear do they give you to walk around? You got a beautiful quarter zip on.
Yeah. My closet is jam packed with different gear, and they've been great with us. Nike treats us really well, and our corporate manager T McGee, he's been with the team for I think 46 or 47 years, so he knows the ins and outs of the apparel industry, and he makes sure that it looks like Christmas Day when we first get there.
How much time do you spend with hockey, whether it's working out or practice or film or, in Mount Ice Arena working or outside? How much does that take of your day?
So we're at the rink pretty much every single day from 8 to 9 or 8 to 9 a.m. to about 2 to 3 in the afternoon, and then classes after that, and then we finally get to wind down and get home around 5 to do some homework and make dinner.
Do you still go to the Smith Center or not?
Yeah.
Is that required?
It's not required for me anymore. I graduated from the Smith Center finally.
Okay.
So I don't have to do my study hours anymore. But yeah, the freshmen have to be there for I think 8 hours a week, and meet with our academic advisors every week. The upperclassmen kind of get a longer leash, and as long as we're doing good in classes, we don't have to be there.
And they know how you're doing. The
Oh, yeah.
coaches know exactly how you're doing, whether you skip class or
Yeah.
whatever. And I assume that that's not something that they allow you to do.
Yeah. I mean, we're student athletes at the end of the day, and a student comes first. We all want to leave here with a little piece of paper that said we went to all of our classes and we graduated. So, yeah, our coaching staff is pretty adamant about us being students at the end of the day, and it doesn't matter what grades we get as long as we're trying our best. There's guys that are better students than others.
Kind of matters what grades you get.
Yeah, I mean, we got to pass all of our classes, but Coach Nightingale he's big on just trying your best. If that's getting a C in a really hard class, then you tried your best. If that means getting a 4.0, then he expects you to get that.
And what was your major in?
I'm a communication major, communication, leadership, and strategy.
And so if you get there at 8
Mm-hmm.
and you leave at 2:30, that's a 6.5 hour day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's and people say, they're amateurs, they shouldn't get paid, but many people don't realize what a commitment it is, and you still have to maintain. I think it's a minimum of 12 credit hours,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
And so if you get out at 2:30, by the time you got 3 to 5 every day of classes,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. It's really like it's like a job pretty much. Being a student athlete, it's the best thing in the world, but it comes at a price, and that means you lose a lot of hours in your day. So
And then when you have a away game,
Mm-hmm.
usually you leave the day before.
yeah, we
So
end up
if-
missing classes for that all the time, and it could be really easy to fall behind sometimes.
And how do you travel usually?
It depends where we're going. If it's within like 3 or 4 hours, we'll usually bus. But anywhere further than that, we usually charter.
Ohio State would be.
I don't know if we're driving there or flying there. I want to say we're driving.
Wisconsin,
Wisconsin, we fly all the time.
and if you have game on Friday, Saturday, which is typically the situation, you
Yeah.
leave on Thursday.
Leave Thursday and then fly back after the game on Saturday.
And generally, when you leave on Thursday, you'd practice first, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then do you do a skate around once you get there or not?
It actually depends. Sometimes we'll skate at Munn before and then leave. Other times we'll fly there first and skate at their facilities that afternoon.
And the hockey team has somebody that manages all that for Adam, right?
Yeah.
And who's that?
Portsy. Porter, he's
Mike Porter, right?
Mike Porter. He's our, I don't know his official title.
Like chief of staff or
Yeah,
something like that?
he's the mastermind behind everything. He makes sure that all of our trips go well. He creates our itineraries and
Logistics and
yeah,
hotel
he gets,
rooms. And
gets all of our. We usually go out to a nice steakhouse on Thursdays before the weekend. So he sets all that up and makes sure we're fed good before the night before the game.
and I assume you're a red meat guy.
Oh yeah,
And what does your Aura ring say when you eat red meat?
I
How does
usually-
it do with your sleep schedule?
usually,
I know
yeah.
your ring is not working right now.
Yeah.
I'm told that it kills your sleep.
I mean, I'm usually so stuffed that I just pass out. So it's usually all right.
And tell me what it means to become a captain of the team.
Yeah, I mean, it was a really surreal experience for me getting named captain, and we had a vote for our team. Our coach gave us names, a paper with 3 options for names and options for assistant captains as well, and the coaches have the final say on who gets what, and it was just a really humbling experience being able to get picked by your teammates to lead the team. And for me personally, I'm not the loudest guy in the room. I'm not going around hooting and hollering, but I do a lot of leading by example. And when I seem to talk, it's not the most. I'm not screaming at guys or whatever, but when I talk, the boys seem to stay silent and listen. And yeah, it's been a surreal experience. I've tried not to get too over my head about it, but it's probably one of the coolest things in the world. Being the
It's a
captain of
responsibility.
Michigan State. Yeah,
You look at it as not only something that's cool,
yeah,
but you look at it as a responsibility.
exactly.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Something nobody can ever take away from you.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you would have told me at 10 years old that I'd be the captain of Michigan State, I'd probably laugh at your face. But looking back, it's I wouldn't want it any different.
You work hard,
Yeah,
and sometimes things pay off.
yeah.
I have a story. I wonder if you know about this.
Mm-hmm.
So Michigan State won the national championship in 06,
07.
07, right, in St. Louis.
Yeah.
I'm told that there was a point in that season where I think it was the captain wrote a personal letter, handwritten letter, to every player.
Really?
Yeah. And some of those players kept those letters, and it motivated each one. They were all different.
Wow.
You should ask Coach Nightingale. Was he on that team 07?
I don't think he was, but Dan Sturgeon was one of our
Yeah.
assistants. He
Do you know Adam's friend Zach
Zach.
from Frankenmuth?
Oh yeah, yeah. He always talks about him. I don't know if I've met him yet.
Yeah, ask him, because I was with him one time. He told me about the letter. So, it's surprising. Obviously being captain, you get the C on your jersey, right? It means a lot to you.
Yeah,
And it's surprising how the little things in perspective, and that's part of what you need to bring to the freshman and the sophomore. Like,
Yeah.
this is it for you,
yeah,
right? Potentially.
yeah, yeah. I mean, every day I come to the rink just grateful to even be there, and it's something that you kind of have to let the younger guys know, the guys coming up, that hey, this is special. Not every team gets to do this and be this good and have this opportunity, and it's going to be gone in the blink of an eye. I mean, it feels like I just got to college yesterday, and now I'm sitting here at second semester my senior year. So you really have to take advantage of the moment while you're in it, and make sure that you look back with no regrets.
It's great no matter what.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know anybody who goes to Michigan State that, all 60,000 students, not all of them get the same experience, but a lot of them think it's one of the greatest times of their lives, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But you are on, arguably the number one team in the country. And, that rolls off our lips. Think about it, whatever it was 4 years ago.
Yeah.
What did we lose, like 20 games in a row or something?
Yeah. I think Tanner Kelly's my roommate, and he was on. He's another senior on the team, and he was on that team his freshman year. That I think he said they won one game his second semester.
Yeah, it was a tough winter.
Now looking back, we've lost 3 games this year.
Right.
So it's an insane the turnaround that we've had, and you just got to give props to the people that stuck around through those hard times and are kind of here to see the success that we've had now.
But sometimes, I always say in the courtroom, winning is great, but it's never as great as losing is bad.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like you prepare to win, right?
Yep.
But when you lose, it just takes everything out of you.
Yeah.
And you never forget the losses.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's like chemotherapy. Every time we lose, it's like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It kills you. So the question is, how do you put the number one ranking aside, because that's decided by somebody else,
Yeah.
and get your team to do what it needs to do to, play its best?
Yeah, I mean, from day one, the message from Nightingale and the coaching staff is that we want to be the best program in the country, and that means practicing like the best program in the country. That means training like the best program in the country. And that means eating, sleeping, the things we do away from the rink, things that other teams are doing during the week, like going to the bar and stuff, and treating your body like it shouldn't be. And we do everything to an exceptional level. And I think a lot of the credit goes to Coach Nightingale for instilling that upon us. And you could even see the turnaround from 4 years ago to now. The amount of times that the team would go out back then would, like, you'd see them at the bar almost every single week. And now it's like we still love to have a great time. And I think there's an importance of that, being able to make relationships away from the rink and have a good time and be a college student. But there's a time and place for that. And in these 6 months that we have throughout the year, it's important that we don't get away from the fact that we want to be the best team in the country, and there's certain things that you have to sacrifice for that.
Absolutely, but we should talk a little bit about the social life in East Lansing, because there's certain places that are just legendary hockey places. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Are they still?
It's an ever-changing landscape, definitely. There's still certain spots that we go where the owners, like you guys, have treated us great so far, and I know the Harpers staff has treated us really well. The owners there has treated us well, and a bunch of bars want to have us there because they love being a part of the team, and that's awesome. But it also comes at sacrifice. We have to make sure we're not known as the team that's out at the bar every single weekend.
But you still have to. Recruiting's going on all the time, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Do you bring in, like, I don't know when your next home game is. Did you have recruits in this weekend?
There's recruits every weekend.
Right. And are you assigned to, like, do you get assigned to recruit or not when you're in season?
Not as much in the season. They give us a little more space, but it's usually left up to the underclassmen to show the ropes to the recruits. But I've shown countless recruits around, and
where would you show them? Like hypothetically, like where would they, Harper's would be one, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're coming here for college as well at the end of the day, and
right.
Everyone wants to have a good college experience. So we like to show the people coming in what it's like to come to school at one of the most fun places in the world, and yeah, we show them a great time around town.
Rick's, right?
Yep. I actually just went to Rick's for my first time.
Oh, you really?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. Dublin's got some nice upgrades recently. They got some renovations.
Makes for a great downtown. And
Yeah.
the apartments.
Yeah, there's 20 different bars you can go to.
The apartments are dynamic too.
Yeah.
That they've built over the last few years.
Yeah.
And the summertime, it's nice on Albert when they close that down.
Yeah, they close the street down. I live right on Albert there. I live right above Hopcat. So
Oh, right. That's beautiful there.
yeah, it's awesome. I love that place.
Yeah. So we've got about 5 minutes left.
Mm-hmm.
You've got some big decisions to make,
Yep.
right? What
Yeah.
would you tell somebody coming to Michigan State was your best experience? What would be your best experience?
I mean, there's countless. Obviously, winning a Big Ten championship last year is pretty surreal, especially after having those losing years at Miami and thinking that the world was going to end because we wouldn't win hockey games. But pretty much every game against Michigan that we have is my favorite experience. It's amazing to see the rivalry that's built, and especially beating them in the Big Ten championship last year.
And they're a good team.
Oh,
no
yeah.
question. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they're
have
a great
history
team.
and legacy, and
Yeah, they get some of the best recruits from all over the world to go there, and they're obviously a great opponent, and it's the coolest rivalry I've ever been a part of. The hatred that's built. I mean, I've played with a lot of guys on that team, and we've been friends for a while. But as soon as we step on the ice with different jerseys on, it's like an absolute bloodbath every time we play those guys.
that's
So
the way it should be, right?
yeah, you wake up excited for those games, and the fans bring the most excitement too. It's insane how rowdy those games get.
Your brother played hockey.
Yep.
Your older brother is Ryan or Rory?
Yeah, Ryan is my older brother. He's the one I played at Miami with, and then my younger brother Rory is playing AAA in Detroit right now.
Did they come and watch you play?
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
they give you advice?
Yeah, I mean they. I wouldn't say they give me a crazy amount of advice, but my older brother Ryan is someone that I've always looked up to. He's someone that I always wanted to be when I was growing up. He was bigger and stronger and faster than me growing up, and he's one of the main reasons why I'm here talking to you today. He's gotten me through a lot and pushed me to be the best player I could be.
There's nothing like family, right?
Yeah.
And you guys are 3 R's, Ryan.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't
Rory
help
and
when I
Red.
was younger. I had a speech impediment, couldn't say my R's or my S's. So tough family to be in with that not being able to use your tongue.
Well, sometimes, when you have to overcome those obstacles at a young age, it just teaches you, that's what life is all about.
Yeah.
No matter what the obstacle is, you can
Yeah.
figure it out, right?
Yeah, and like you're gonna go through. Like I went through times of bullying and whatnot in middle school or in elementary school because of it. But I think you kind of realize that everyone's gonna have their own opinion, and who gives a shit? It's all that matters is how you feel. And I mean, I was able to get past stuff like that, and I know there's a lot of people everywhere that are going through stuff like that, and it's important to not worry about what other people are thinking about
And
you.
now you have a degree in communications from
Yeah.
Michigan State, believe it
Yeah.
or not. And
Yeah.
it just happens to be the #1 communication school in the country.
Yeah. Now I do public speaking for a living, so
That's perfect.
it's awesome.
It's a great story. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thank you. This was a ton of fun.